Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Friday, the 14th of January 2022. It's Friday already. Yes, the days and the weeks are beginning to fly by in the new year, and let's hope you're keeping well for this Friday and you're looking forward to your weekend if you live for the weekend. What's happening in the news? Very quickly mention the two Republicans elected under the Democratic ticket. That means Manchin and Sinema have decided they are not going to allow the filibuster to be temporarily cancelled on voting rights, and so ensuring that the move will fail and that America no doubt plunges further towards its extreme right wing uh, virtual fascism that it's headed towards. Not quite there yet, but it's going in that direction. So, okay. It, Goodbye, America. It was nice while it lasted. Fortunately, I don't have to live there. I do have a bit of a love-hate relationship with them. There are many great things about America, but unfortunately, it does love to it is loving destroying itself at the moment. Anyway, let's get on with the game of Sudoku. Much more interesting, I think, don't you? How do we play this game of Sudoku? By the way, this is the hard level. It's Friday, so hard level Sudoku. We have squares in rows across, 9 of them. We have squares in rows, in columns down, I should say. We have 9 of those, and we have squares in blocks, 9 of those. We fit numbers 1 to 9 in. We could fit in other things if we prefer. It could be some other tokens. I have a video on this channel where I just used items of food and called it Foodoku. But the easiest thing to do is to use numbers because it's just easy to see. So, for example, we can see this 5 blocking all the way down here, and this 5 blocking all the way down here, and this 5 across here. So this is the only square that is not intersected by a 5 either vertically or horizontally. Okay, so we know for sure that the 5 fits in that square because it can't go anywhere else. Let's extend that 5 across this row, meaning this square is blocked from becoming a 5, and say that this 5 disallows these two squares from being a 5, and so the 5 has to fit there. This row here does not yet have a 2. We have other numbers, 1, 3, and 4, 5, etc. But this 2 disallows these two squares as it disallows every other square in this block from becoming a 2. So we know 2 is not here and not here. So again, there's only one other square available for it to go. It has to go there. That means that the remaining numbers that we need to complete this bottom row are 6 and 8. We'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no 6 anywhere. We've got 7. There's no 8 anywhere. And we've got a 9. So 6 and 8 are the two numbers left. And they must fit into these two squares. Now, if you're observant, you will have noticed that there's a 6 here, stopping this square from being a 6. And so the 6 must go there, and the 8 must go there. Now this 9 blocks across this row, and this 9 blocks down here, and so now there is only one square where the 9 can go. This 7 blocks this square from being a 7, so we know that 7 will appear either in this square or this square, because it can't be here, right? Do you agree? Now, if it appears in this square, it will block the other squares in this row, all across here. And if it appears here, well, exactly the same. It will still block all of these squares. So we know that 7 cannot appear in this row outside of these two squares. So these 3 squares are out for a 7. 7 blocks down here, and so 7 has to be in that square there. Now we can take that 7 blocking down It's the 7 we just filled in blocking up here, and this 7 blocking that square. So we know that the 7 must go in that available slot there. There's 2 blocks all the way across this row here, and that's the only empty square left, so 2 fits there. The missing numbers here are 1 and 6. Now we have a 6 blocking that square, so 6 fits here and 1 fits into that square there. This 3 blocks across this row, so immediately we just have 1 empty square there, and now we only have 1 number to fill in this row here. We got 1, 2, 3, but when we look for 4 we can't find it even with a treasure map, and so we know that 4 has to fit there. We don't yet have a 6 in this block. We've got 1, 2, 3, and we don't have 4, we don't have 6, we don't have 8, but we do have intersecting 6s from the top down here in 2 places, so we can at least fill in the 6. The 4 and the 8 we can't do for the moment, but we'll just leave those and come back to that idea later. And that's really it for the bottom shoot, isn't it? So, oh no, hold on a second, this 1 blocks this square here, so the 1 can go there, and the 7, is it a 7? Yes, 7 goes there, and now 7 blocking up here, 7 blocking up here, and 7 across there, puts a 7 in that square. We can complete the 7s now. We've got 7s everywhere, 1, 7, 7, 7, yes, everywhere except this block, so we know we can get it. 7 across the top row, 7 up here, and 7 across there, puts a 7 into that square there. We have 1 blocking up this column, 1 blocking up this column, and 1 across there, so that has to be a 1 there. It's a bit noisy with motorbikes today. If you're wondering why I'm quiet, it's because I'm investigating stuff. Okay, 9 blocking up here, 9 blocking down there, 9 fits there. We're not always looking at the same things, you and I. You know, you could be looking at one thing and I'm looking at something entirely different. As long as we get there in the end, that's the important thing. Alright, so the missing digits here are 3, 4, and 8. 3, 4, and 8. We've got an intersecting 4, we've got an intersecting 8, and 3 we don't know about. So the missing numbers here have to be 2 and 6, right? So the 6 stops that there. So 6 goes here and 2 goes there. I'll look at these. I don't think they're useful, but I'll just double check. Missing numbers here are 3 and 4. Can't get anything across here just yet, can we? 3s are like that, 4s we don't know yet. And the missing numbers here are 2 and 8, I think. Okay. Ah, no. Oops, I thought I'd seen something, but I was mistaken. Missing numbers in this column are 1, 2, and 5, but we have 1 and 2 in the same row. Okay, 1, 2, and 5 are needed for these 3 squares, these empty cells here. We've got 1 and 2 in the same row, so if this can't be a 1, and it can't be a 2, then we know it's got to be the other number, and the other number was a 5. Okay, there's 5 blocks across here, 5 blocks across here, 5 blocks up there. So 5 will fit into that square there. Okay, 6 blocks across here, 6 blocks across here. This square here has got to be a 6. Okay, we've done a lot. We aren't quite there yet, but we have done quite a lot already. But we're not quite there yet, as I said. Ah, 9 blocks across this row there, so 9 fits into that square there, and so the 9 blocking down here, 9 blocking up here, 9 across there, that's 9 there. Eight blocks down here, 8 blocks up there, so this must be an 8 in that square, and we need a 2 to complete this column. We don't yet have a 2. 2 goes there. 2 also blocks up here, and 2 is in that square there, of course, and we just need a 1 to complete this column. 1 digit left, that's a 3 for that block. Missing numbers here and here are 4 and 8. Can't quite get them just yet. Okay, what's missing from here? 1, which is in these 2 squares. 4, which can go anywhere. And 5, which is in these 2 squares here. Okay. Right, we are slowly closing in. Now, the 8 now blocks across here and 8 blocks up here. So now we can get that 8, can't we? We couldn't get before. And the other number for this column, what is it? Is it a 2? Yeah, that's 2. We're still lacking the 3 and 4 up here. What's these 3 numbers here? We are missing 2, 4, 2, 4, 5. Excuse me, 2, 4, 5. So the 2 blocks this square here. The 5 blocks this square here. But apart from that, that's not that useful. I'm sure I'm missing something really obvious here. Ah, yes, I've seen it. Okay, this column here does not yet have an 8. We've got a blocking 8 here, a blocking 8 here, and a blocking 8 there. So the 8 must fit in that square there. And now the only number to get for this row is a 3. What's missing up here now? 4 and 8. Well, our 8 blocks here, so 8 goes there, 4 goes there. 4 should surely be the missing number along the top row. put it in. This means this can't be a 4 now. 4 goes here, and the number to complete is 8. 8 blocking down here, up here, across here, across here. The final place where we need an 8, it goes there. This 3 stops this square from being a 3, so 3 is there. 2 is all we need to finish that block. And now I think we can say we're just about done, aren't we? 2 blocks down here, across here, across here. So that's a 2. The missing digit for this column is I don't know, 3, no, 4. 4, we don't have a 1, 2, 3, we don't have a 4. Okay, eventually got there. That stops this square from being a 4. 4 goes here, 3 is in that square, the 3 blocks up here, so 3 is in fact there. Now 3 blocking, oh, we've got that 3 already. 1 digit missing for this row, that's a 1. The 1 blocks across here, so 1 goes there. 1 digit for this row, 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't yet have a 5, so the 5 will go there. 5 is also in this square here, and 1, 2, 3, 4 will finish the grid. Let's have a quick look around and make sure there weren't any mistakes, because that was a pretty easy game. Sometimes if it's easy, it's easier to make mistakes because it seems like you don't need to pay or give it your utmost attention. Okay, reasonable stuff, I think. Okay, thank you very much. I'll be back later with some rather more challenging stuff, I guess, as the day wears on. And I hope you're going to have a good Friday. Thank you. Bye-bye.